Today in Science 9, we're going to talk about how we define an organism's role in the environment. We're doing this so we can understand how organisms interact with the world around them. So, variation is important to an organism's ability to survive, but context matters. Where are the organisms living? Classic example, take a black bear and a polar bear and switch where they're living, they will both die. Black bears are adapted to living in forests. They have variations that make their lives easy there. Polar bears are adapted to living in the Arctic. Their variations are good for that cold, snowy climate where they have to mostly live off of marine life. Take the thing that swims in a cold place with lots of snow and the thing that hibernates in winter and eats tons of berries and change where they live, they will not survive. So variation depends on the habitat that an organism occupies. We can then define the role that an organism plays in that habitat as the niche. An organism's niche can be thought of a combination of two things: where the organism lives and what the organism does. This is a really, really broad way of defining things, and it covers basically everything about the way an organism lives. So trying to say like, oh, this is a producer, well, that's part of an organism's niche, but it's not everything. You have to get a lot more specific. And a lot of the times, if you really want to categorize every single thing, different organisms have completely unique niches. Now, in practical terms, we look at organisms that have similar niches in ecology. So, two organisms that have a very similar niche are owls and eagles. Both of them are hunters. Both of them tend to live off of small mammals. They're birds of prey. They prefer to hunt from on high to spot things and then zoom in close to catch them. Big difference in their niches though? Well, day and night. Literally. The eagle hunts during the day, the owl hunts during the night. And this is one of the ways that they avoid competing with each other. They also have some smaller adaptations, like the eagle has better eyesight, but the owl is better at being quiet, so it can swoop in on those nighttime animals that have especially good hearing. If we take a look at a tree, what does a tree do in general? Well, it turns light into energy through photosynthesis. It pulls carbon dioxide out of the air. It provides food and shelter for other organisms. Birds and squirrels living in the tree, that is part of the tree's niche. It covers the ground with dead leaves that provide nutrients, but it also removes water and nutrients from the soil. And if you're talking about soil, its roots also anchor the soil as well. These are all things that the tree does. These are all part of its niche. So if you're thinking in terms of, well, what's the point to this organism? Don't think of it as purpose. Think of it as what it does. And the reason that I say that is because what an organism does can change if a speciation event occurs, where we switch from one species to another. So trying to think of it as, oh, this is its purpose, the reason that it exists in this environment. It's not really a reason, though. It's the way that the organism uses its variations to adapt to a particular niche. And that niche can change given the right set of circumstances.